So the first thing I'm going to do is take the chalk paint and paint my whole pumpkin white. I ended up doing 2 coats. Once the pumpkin was all painted, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to make the ribbing on the pumpkin. So I just started at the bottom where the little indent is and just kind of use my pencil to create lines that look like the ribs of a pumpkin. Once I had them all drawn on, I'm going to take that black acrylic paint and a small paintbrush, and I'm going to go over the lines that I made with the black acrylic paint. But first, I'm going to take and dab off as much of the paint as possible onto a baby wipe or just a cloth. I'm just going to go right over the lines and just kind of really define them. Then I'm going to take my white paint again, and I'm going to go over the lines to get them so that they don't look as dark. So I'm just going to go right over the black paint right while it was wet and kind of fade out the lines so they look like they're barely there. Then I'm going to take that same black acrylic paint, and I'm going to go around the whole edge of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to go lightly over, and then I'll go over that again with the white paint also. Once I have that all done and I have it looking exactly how I wanted it, I really wanted it to have like a faded look. And as you can see that there's just barely any color there, but it looks perfect. I'm going to take that Farm Fresh stencil and I'm going to put it right in the center of my pumpkin. And I didn't have any painter's tape, so I actually used some washi tape from Dollar Tree because it doesn't seem to stick as well as the other washi tape, so it wasn't going to peel off my paint. Then I'm just going to take my sponge stamper and I'm going to go right over the stencil with very, very light coats of the black acrylic paint. And as you can see, while I'm stenciling, I'm going over the same spots several times, and this is going to avoid bleeding. So I'm going to use a very, very small amount of paint and just continuously go over the spots until it's fully filled in. You don't want to use too much paint because that's when it gets all underneath and it just doesn't come out as good. So as you can see, I've got it all covered. Now I'm going to pull that off, and how beautiful is that? That turned out so cute, and there was no bleeding. Yay! Next, I'm going to just take that ribbon that I had, and I'm just going to lay them all into an X. So I cut 2 pieces of each ribbon, and then I'm going to add a pile of burlap in the center, and then I'm just going to take a piece of twine, and I'm going to tie the whole thing together. And as I'm tying it, I'm going to push it so that it all kind of curls towards the front, and then I'm going to tie it tighter. And then you can adjust the sizes once you get it on your pumpkin to decide how big or how small you want your bow. So once I cut that off, I'm just going to kind of mess with it and trim it up and fluff it all out so I get it to look exactly how I wanted it. And I think that's just super cute, just like it is. Next, I'm going to take those 2 pieces of boxwood and I'm going to hot glue those to the very top of the pumpkin right underneath the stem. So I'm just going to use a large amount of hot glue, and then I'm just going to put the boxwood stems on there, and then I'll hold it with my little makeup spatula. Once those were stuck on well, I'm going to go ahead and add some more hot glue to the center, and then I'm going to add my bow. I'm just going to hot glue that right to the center, right on top of the boxwood. And hold that until that is adhered, and then I'm going to trim up my bow to get it to look the way that I want. So as you can see, some of the pieces were a little long, so I'm just going to trim around. I kind of wanted to see some of the boxwood through the back of it. I wanted to make it small enough so that you could see some of the boxwood coming through on the back side. And I also wanted it so that I could move the bow around more so that you could see all the different ribbons that I used. And these bows are just so easy to make, and they look absolutely adorable. So once I had it all trimmed up, I'm going to take that little silver button and I'm going to pop that right in the center of my bow using a little bit of hot glue. And that is it for this project. I kept it super simple and super neutral. I think that it looks amazing and it would fit in anybody's decor, especially if you're a farmhouse lover. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.